Essentially, as I understand it, we're encouraging our brains to work, and that's good. That can mean being calm, being able to think, being able to process, being able to articulate, things of that nature.
I highly recommend it. It can't hurt nobody, and it makes me feel good. I'll tell you, when you notice it is when you don't come for a couple of weeks and you remember what you felt like for a few days after your treatment.
How does neurofeedback work? We use simple sensors that go on the scalp, and that records the EEG. We are reflecting back to you what your brain is doing. What we can see with the electrical activity in the brain, we can see how awake the brain is. All of a sudden, you can learn to stay in an optimal zone of function.
It's just these small little electrodes, and I mean, nothing goes into it. It's just picking up and stimulating your brain waves, really.
Essentially what this is a very simple game that you play with your brain. And the game goes like this. We will attach 2 or 3 electrodes to your head. These do not give you any kind of a current. They measure what you're putting out. And what happens then is that you will be asked to make a certain signal. And as the signal is produced, then the game is going to progress.
Neurofeedback taps into your ability to relax and allows you, when you relax the central nervous system, to release any emotional issues you bring to your performance.
Essentially what happens then is that when you're increasing those circuits in your brain, you're strengthening it.
It helps with sleep, depression, anxiety, stress, ADD, ADHD, chronic pains. I mean, so many different things. I mean, concentration, focus. Even people even use it like for performance.
Right now, as you may or may not know, there are 750,000 members of the armed forces that either have PTSD or traumatic brain injury. This is the simplest, easiest way for someone to get through this. Understand right now, as I have learned just the other day, that there are more veterans coming from Afghanistan and Iraq asking for benefits because of their experiences in those foreign countries. And they're asking for good reason, because something has happened.
If the time I spend on this earth don't mean a thing, then the people I know are all ghosts and dreams. Man, tell me today, come and speak your mind about lost souls, forgotten tunes, sweet dandelion wine. A man works as a woodsman in the hills of Tennessee. Another shuffling through papers in an office in Albany. Man, tell me today,